All right, folks, we're back. Gonna just hop into the game scene, I suppose. Daybreak gonna be the first map in this best of 5. Now, keep in mind, the winner of this will move on to fight against Scarlet in those grand finals. Because of the length of that last series, if this one ends up going on long, we'll just make the grand finals best of 5. If it ends up being kind of short and sweet, we'll keep it as a best of 7. But what is Neeb's name?
Potato.
All right,
Yeah.
and before I break the overlay again, guys, because I probably will. My apologies in advance. Let me just get his name up on the overlay. All right, it is the semifinals on the other half for the BaseTradeTV Korea House Challenge number 3. In the lower left side of this best of 5 to kick things off, he does go pretty quick into gas and pool. It's NoRegreT.
In the top right, I'm Clan Potato. And he's the yellow Protoss, Neeb.
I should use Comic Sans MS. Yes, that would be an appropriate punishment for people who can't use their name on the BattleNet. It's like you have to deal with the worst text ever representing you.
Comic Sans is really fun.
Comic
It has
Sans
a fun spirit to it.
Comic Sans was great when I was learning HTML with Neopets, okay? Like setting up my Neopet shop using the Comic Sans font because it wasn't the default. Oh, I felt so cool.
I really do wonder why that was such a... You know what? Actually, I'm not going to get into it.
Actually, Comic Sans was really popular on like MSN and stuff back in the day too.
Yeah, it was. Well, I don't think there's anything... I personally don't think there's anything wrong with the font. Like, you know, use different fonts for different things. Whatever. Like, why is it so universally hated? I don't know. It just seems like because it was overused and anyone who used it seemed to be just like dummies. Like, they got to be this meme. I don't know. Lings, of course, on the way over. It was with the gas. So speed's already on the way, but this is something that Neeb scouted with the probe. I'm not even sure he revealed that he scouted it, which is kind of cool because the probe kind of went to the front, so like no hatch, and then hid. But he's got a wall. It sucks. It's Daybreak. Daybreak's a very large wall, so there's multiple weak points, but it's a wall.
Well, NoRegreT's very familiar with the situation. He does get a surround on the Zealot, prevents from getting back in the wall. Huge mistakes made now. I don't know if he can tear down both pylons in time to stop the Adept, but he'll get at least one of them and possibly supply block Neeb. Realizing how big of a problem this is, he does pull the probes.
Adept pops out to help out. That might just be enough. The speed's about to kick in, but NoRegreT's only, you know, filing in 2 at a time. But a drop overlord, and there's finally that larva production from too.
I like this dude. He continues to sort of feign the aggression here. Hope he doesn't bleed out too much, though, because he doesn't have that many lings to go in the Overlord as of right now.
You should know this is a follow-up. I mean, he has that probe, so it's got no hatchery, and there we go. Doesn't look like this is gonna work. It's gonna have to just be some type of surprise, like. And while Neeb has lost to Supreme Cheese and, you know, Overlord drops before, he seems to be very much so on top of things.
Yeah. People in chat asking if Neeb is back in the Korea House. Well, considering it's an in-house challenge, I think it's safe to assume yes.
Yeah. A lot of these guys have been here for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Proxies are only a thing in StarCraft 2, okay?
Ah.
Okay, so
well,
there's problems here. NoRegreT, he doesn't kill the Adepts, but the Adepts are running away from the Lings, open the pathway for them to get to the probes, and this is what he needed to get damage done on. He wasn't doing this attack to trade out army and hope to kill the Adepts. He was trying to kill the probes in the first place. More Lings come on over too. I think he gets put in that Overlord as he tries to micro these ones around.
keep in mind that he has to kill still, you know, a few more probes, but that was good.
He really wants to get in that production too. Like you can see him just thinking like, okay, I should go to the natural with this. Couple probes left for the probe, or a couple Lings left on the probes, but for the most part just slamming his head against the wall. He has sort of started to even this up though. 15 probes to 12. Neeb does not have a natural base advantage.
That is true. He does not. So definitely keep in mind, as NoRegreT does eventually finish up his own hatchery, like he could get a big round of drones, squeeze that in, and actually be ahead economically. But the thing that Neeb does have is production. So I'm not saying he's gonna counter, but he doesn't have to worry, I think, about being broken anymore.
Attention, Service Bay 5B is closed for repairs due to the recent something of Berserk. Okay, cool.
Uber Bowl 1014.
Nice. You think they just reset with a new name at some point?
No. Never.
Like, Super Bowl 35 is okay, but Super Bowl, like, 3,454? Like, come on.
One day. There is a proxy pylon, so I said that, you know, Neeb might not be aggressive with this, because it's kind of a dangerous arm to do so, but if it brings a mothership, if it has actual reinforcement point, then I guess it's something that he can attempt. NoRegreT keeping tabs on this, though, sees the army move out, and is going to try and get banelings.
Opportunity strikes.
Oh, there's already lings in the main base anyway. Like, doesn't matter if this is broken. So many probes went down. Going down.
Drop overload skills. This why this kid's in GSL, guys. It wasn't luck.
Apparently.
Like, it wasn't as much as people would like to make it out to be like no skill. Like, he does, yeah. Perseverance is a good word. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's gonna kill all the probes. Neeb has to win with this counterattack. Like, the thing is, his counterattack is so strong, it's so good, it might actually win. But there's no reinforcements. There's no follow-up to this. If NoRegreT can hold on in any capacity, he wins this game. But Spinecrawler's finishing up. Baneling's done. This looks promising.
It does.
He does lose the Queens that head transfuses, which kind of sucks.
Oh, he got rid of the banelings.
But the spines still stand.
Mothership Core's dangerously close to getting killed, however.
I would argue he doesn't even need to reposition these. He just has to keep Neeb from going down the ramp.
Well, repositioning them does get one killed.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks real bad. He's gonna try to hold position the other one? No, drones just get pulled away. Oh, I don't know. I'm starting to not like the moves out of NoRegreT right now. More banelings finish up. Gets an okay connection with one.
There are still force fields, though. That's why he's so hesitant to fully commit. There's not that many banelings. Neeb might just have controlled his way around Ling Baneling to win this game.
Oh my god. I really think that the Spinecrawler repositioning was a huge mistake. Like game-ending mistake. I don't think that should have got in the middle. It's GG. What?
I like it.
I like it too. All right, Neeb will take game number 1. BaseTradeTV, have you received any feedback from Korean pros as GSL admins on how you've enabled so many good foreign players to compete in Korea, either good or bad? Sort of, actually, in a way. So not from anyone from GSL, but more so the Korean friends we've had. And I don't think anyone has any feedback regarding specifically the players, like Scarlet in particular, or anything like that. But the general consensus in Korea is that they think it's a little stupid that, you know, foreigners can come play in GSL, but they can't go play in WCS. And I understand that thought process, and I've always been against the region lock in the first place, so I'm kind of whatever for that. But general consensus is, like, they just wish they could play elsewhere. I don't think it's that they're so mad that people are coming to play in GSL. It's that they can't go somewhere else.
Fuck.
Why? They're both in GM.
What?
One of you... This is stupid.
Yeah. Did someone put Neeb on? Jesus. Well. Okay, well, we get that sorted out. Yeah, I always wanted Koreans to go overseas, and I always love that aspect, so I'm also sympathetic, but someone did bring up a good point in that a lot of the times what it was is that they weren't sticking around, whereas obviously the Koreans or the foreigners in Korea are actually playing on the ladder and contributing. That was a pretty important thing to know. That was Drogo? Why did he change his name?
I don't know. I'm like rubbing my temples. Like, this is just like such a needless complication. Okay, New Kirk Precinct for game number 2. I think this will be kind of interesting for, like, maybe NoRegreT does another early pool, does links, does Overlord drops. But the thing is, he's good with them. And that last game, if we're going to be clear, I think there are scenarios. There's the alternate reality or whatever out there where he won that game.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. There's also probably an alternative reality, though, where Neeb had even better defense, I guess. We're talking about alternative realities.
Yeah,
well, let's see what happens here.
Game number 2 kicks off in the lower right with our yellow Protoss player, the barcode, Neeb.
In the bottom left, as the blue Zerg, it is NoRegreT.
And let's see here. So I just had to update things. Yeah, for those who've just joined us recently and asking about the maps, again, the reason it's on New Kirk is because Neeb. Okay, the way this worked out was a laser removed Blood Bowl from the map while brought in Scrap Station. Yada, yada, yada for the rest, but Neeb actually removed Scrap Station, and he put in Precinct, New Kirk Precinct. So this was his map pick.
Okay. It's good. I had forgotten how things went down, so it's a good reminder. Well, this is certainly a map I do remember a lot of Overlord drops on. Certainly 1 or 2 points, and even if you really want to try and push it, you can even try and Overlord drop from the gap between.
Yeah, now that I think of it too, I'm surprised NoRegreT didn't try and convince someone to pick like Orena or something.
There was talk about that, wasn't there?
That would have been such a good. What sucks is like when Orena was in the map pool, I don't think NoRegreT was as good of a player as he is now. Like I can only imagine how he would have been this skill level, but back then.
Yeah. Well, it's nothing like it's not an early pool. It's not even a pool first, but I really still think this could still be Ling all in, Ling floods, Ling drops, hell, even like a roach push. Even as he takes a third base, there's a drone going to take a third base. It still doesn't actually mean anything to me. NoRegreT almost. I think maybe one time I saw him try and play a straight up macro game, and it didn't go that well. But it's the same type of thought process where I think like it's not just like, oh lols, I'll make fun of the guy, but also just having that's how you like to play. You actually have control over the game and you're the one that's setting the pace. I do want to say that if it is a macro game straight up, I think Neeb just takes that one. But, another
yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, Neeb will just get the carriers to win. He's done that many times in the past, and this is a great map to do it on. But Stargate play for the opener here is just going to probably lead to an Oracle for now. It's funny that you said, oh, he's going to take the third base, but what does that really mean? And like, I kind of am sitting here waiting to see the drone cuts, right? Like, a couple of Lings have been made now. That still doesn't mean much. It's the commitment of Lings that means a lot.
Well, I feel like we should know, but is supply block kind of... There we go.
Okay, here we go.
Lings
Larva Factory.
Yeah, exactly, Larva Factory. And potentially a fake, but I feel like this is just such a... So Zergs in general don't do this so much anymore, but NoRegreT obviously does. So even if Neeb scouted the third base, it wouldn't be like, oh, third base, I guess he's not doing anything like, who says that, right? Not against this guy. So it is mostly just the Larva Factory, and it is going to be about that perseverance, seeing if it can work out.
Can you get on top of the Adept? Speed's going to kick in. I don't know if we catch that or not. Looks like no. Overlord drop, though. So what I like about this tactic, okay, regardless of whether it's the NoRegreT special or not, objectively speaking, what this does is you know your opponent puts a lot of money in defending this wall, which means there's not a lot of defense over here, usually. But unlike last game, there is an pylon in the mineral lines. There was nothing for that mothership core to overcharge in game number 1.
Right, yeah, that was definitely a big problem. Oracle helps out a lot, but it's always like a...
It's only got 7 seconds. It actually spent a lot of time wasting energy.
Sure, it had to chase it. But I still think this isn't going to be devastating with the damage. Like Neeb is even farther up in probes than last game because it's a bit later and all in.
Yeah.
And a Phoenix is being produced to take out the drop Overlord option.
Yeah, this is definitely feeling like Neeb's got this solidified first defense. But, you know, we've said that a lot about games for NoRegreT, and then somehow he still wins them out. So I'm still going to hold my breath before we call this just yet.
Yeah.
He didn't ever break open the wall. If he had been able to break open the wall, then this Overlord dying wouldn't be that big of a deal. He's going to try and do that now. Double side with the pylons. Overcharge almost ready to go.
Neeb's taking it very seriously. He could get another wall off. He tries to put his Adepts in there. But an overcharge, 4 Adepts, Oracle, yeah, that's fully enough damage.
That's going to be a game here, I think. There's just not a lot more NoRegreT can do. If he still had that Overlord, if that Phoenix was never made, there's some potential, but Adept's just body block. Overcharge is good, and this army falls apart. Drone count's low, and, well, he's going to try and drone out of this. I don't think it'll work.
No, I don't think so either, but I do respect that decision. There is a game where he just continues to try and push this and thinks he can win, but Now this case, it was really solid, and he definitely didn't kill enough probes. No snowball effect happened. So the attempts to macro, sure. Did he build spore crawlers already? That's one of the first ones.
No.
That is the first one. So.
But
lucky for him, there was a lot of energy.
Right. The Oracle used a lot on the other side of the field, so not coming in with a big amount. 2 Overlords in the middle gonna die though. That's gonna be a nasty supply block. That's an untoleratable supply block.
That's pretty bad to have so many Overlords.
Tolerable.
He got him. It's fine.
Toleratable.
It's a word somewhere.
It is now in the BaseTradeTV Oxford Dictionary. It doesn't start with aardvark. It starts with toleratable.
T is the new A. Okay, so this Oracle did a bit more damage. Phoenix is getting good catches here, and NoRegreT is still only at like so few drones.
The supply block destroyed him in the middle there.
Yeah, too. I mean, Neeb could potentially make a mistake by pushing out too soon and actually getting overwhelmed. I feel like that's not something he's going to make. There was a time, maybe 2 years ago, in the beginning of Legacy of the Void, where Neeb did make those mistakes. He was clumsy against defenses, like against Overlord drops. He got tilted, mentally, and he also read situations wrong. He would just push out, and then that's how he loses advantage. But that was 2 years ago. At this point in time, he's a back-to-back PvZ winner. Probably looking for Valencia as well, and I think he's be very smart with how and when he pushes out.
Neeb showing off a kind of cool trick I forgot about, where if you do see a lot of eggs in production, if you stasis trap them, not only does it stall out the eggs building, it also stalls out the larva spawning. So it's a very minor use of the stasis trap, but an effective one nonetheless.
Yeah, I know.
You guys, you know what? If you are a Twitch chat GM, do me a favor and stick to the ESL stream, because some of these comments in chat are just so dumb. Balthazar, enjoy your time out, man. You don't deserve the ability to type. All right, Bane Drop's going to be really cool. Neeb obviously did not expect this, but I thought he was going to use them on the sentries, not the adepts.
I think he was too afraid that the split would come down, so he wanted to use them at all. And he did take out a large portion of the adepts. And scared Neeb enough, maybe, to save his bases. But, he's building so many Lings and Banelings. He's once again not droning. Neeb is going to be able to replace this army almost no problem. He doesn't even have to, right? Because he can recall.
Well, not all of it, though.
Okay, well. But as a shade's a good ability to have.
Well, if it moves.
Just shade in the right place.
This is not like Talendar adepts, right? Like the shades don't attack. You actually have to run away with them.
Oh yeah. That was a little bit awkward. He definitely could have saved more of those adepts, but it's just the adepts too at this point. I said he could replace the other army and not even had sentries. He can definitely replace adepts. As some even get into the main base, it looks like starts killing drones. Now he's on his way to charge.
+1 melee is real nice, but it's not going to outclass charge at all.
Wow, these things are jerking hardcore.
The splits in the middle were good. We just saw Banelings go off on pretty much nothing.
Yeah. This will be cleaned up, but Neeb has been getting to bigger and better things behind it, including more production. I would feel more confident if NoRegreT had either a sizable Baneling force or it was at least teching, but again, he has very limited resources for a lot of decisions, a lot of needed things. Tech, economy, army. He has to choose one, and even then, whatever he chooses is going to be that powerful. Should probably expand again. He's making a lot of minerals.
Yeah, but he's on a no drone count, so I mean...
Yeah, right? Oh, God. There's no good answer for that one.
The Bane Reign's a really clever idea. Maybe it'll kill some probes, but even if he wipes out an entire mineral line, that still doesn't even come close to evening out the worker count. Stasis Trap super denies that run by, though. Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised it managed to get the probes it did. Huge warp-ins of now charge lots in the main base to take out important tech structures will be one important tech structure.
They're just zealots, not big up. Charge is done in 10 seconds, but nice try.
I see the future in them. Shut up. Not
Oh,
bad, Baneling jobs.
you're an oracle.
Yes, I am.
Alright, well, this game is over. GG. Neeb will take a 2-0 lead, but not a victory just yet, as it is a best of 5. We'll give NoRegreT a moment or two to collect his thoughts and plan out his next attack, but we will go to a small commercial break in the meantime. So, 2 minutes coming in. We'll see you soon. Hey everybody, we are getting into game number 3. If you're just joining us here on the cast today, you've missed out on a lot of fun stuff. You should definitely go back through the VOD and check it out at some point. But it is the other semifinal. Okay, well, we know what he's planning to do this game. Ladies and gentlemen, in the top right, but perhaps not up here for too long, so we'll be taking notes across the map here sooner than later. It's going to be the blue Zerg player, NoRegreT, on his last life.
And in the bottom left, as the yellow Protoss, he is Neeb.
Now, both of them are in it for the money at this point. We're up to $522 on that prize pool. Make sure to head on over to Match Arena, use the coupon codes. The least amount of money that NoRegreT walks away with today is $52. But of course, everyone's looking for that first place prize at $250, almost $248 to be precise.
Of course. We do have Neeb appropriately scouting. Yeah. And I mean, Defender's Advantage has obviously a bad problem with the fact that it has 2 places to wall off, but Protoss have been dealing with that very, very well. I thought it'd be much more of an issue than it is.
I guess the idea is that you do have to, like Protoss production, once you've got Warp Gate done and you're ready to go, it's not a problem. Everything's so expensive prior to that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, these lings are just going to beeline it across the map. Now, it's funny because we will see a lot of players pick these rocks to come in and usually bash their head against the wall or literal rocks. NoRegreT might have taken a right, but no, he's just going to keep going towards where the wall is. And that's really unfortunate because if he had taken that right path, he would have very easily gotten on top of all of this. But yeah, that last second block, really nice out of Neeb. Yeah.
Unfortunately, while it seems so tempting to go into the main base with a limited number of lings, probes sometimes don't really do that badly.
Gonna kill the gateway. That pylon should have been canceled a long time ago. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't think Neeb was accounting for that.
The 2 lings from behind on the Zealot 2 are actually huge, but unfortunately the probes do get in here. Nice blocks.
Done.
Nice
Very
saves.
Good. That would have been amazing if he had only lost 2 probes. 3, okay, but still, that was a save.
I didn't even catch the Roach Horn come down with this, too. I thought, it was, it's not good. It's all speedlings all the time. Neeb also didn't see this yet either, so we'll see if that catches him off guard.
Perhaps. It's kind of hard to say. Like, I guess at this point, like, the question is, like, what do the Roaches truly add? Can he really get that many Ravagers? Not that many, 1 or 2. And even if he does he have enough protection for them? Because, you know, he went for Roaches. He didn't go for Speedlings and those slow lings. Okie dokie then.
Neeb's got nothing on the main. There's no pylon. There's no Mothership Core. If NoRegreT just gets that mineral line.
He did, yeah, it looks like he wanted to try to send the Adept across, realized that was a bad idea, brought it back. Now he definitely has enough to deal with this, and only a limited amount of time lost in that mining.
It's all slow things, though, right? Slow lings, slow roaches, slow everything. So this is tough for NoRegreT to get any reinforcements across the map.
Oh, if he can kill the gateway, though, that really is his only production. Like, he's going to get the gateway. Whether it was lings or roaches, it didn't matter. The point is, it did it. Well, he does have an overcharge, so that's important.
Yeah, Mothership Core's out now.
He's very reserved, though he uses it. He does pop it.
These other gateways will finish momentarily, and Warp Gate's getting kind of close to finishing, too. Knock down these rocks on the top side. Going to guarantee that there's another layer of wall here.
5 roaches aren't even that impressive against what the Neeb has.
No, it's because the Mothership Core's just pummeling away at them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder, like, if he had committed to that gateway, like how this would look, because it's such a small, non-existent amount of units defending right now.
Yeah, I like the pre-pool of probes, really. I mean, there's a possibility that there were already lings here, which I think was what Neeb was thinking of. They were a little late to the party, and they still don't have speed, so it's not as threatening as it could be. Focus fire and all these all these units. That is going to take away a gateway's worth of production, but 2 more are done.
Yeah, this is hardly denying it. So he backs away, he tries to save roaches. I think he wanted to make more Ravagers with, but Mothership Core is up to like 3 kills now, and I think all 3 of those are roaches.
Yeah, 1 Ravager egg. Like, it did good job. For sure. Now the rocks are broken down, and while there's still an opening over here, it is only, you know, finally 1 that he has to deal with and worry about. So he does see that speed finished up, but that's okay.
Force fields keep him out.
Maybe he should have used the force fields to keep all of the units out. These Lings are doing a surprisingly good job. But the roaches did die.
So did the Ravager.
Yeah. Okay.
And NoRegreT's still on 12 workers on the back end of this. Not a lot of money to fall back to. He's still making a lot of Lings, and I think in his mind it makes sense, right? A lot of these units are low. He's chipping away at everything so far, but the well-positioned gateways, pylons, SimCity is going to kill him more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Takes another hatchery. Okay.
Yeah. Well, now that he's depending purely on Lings again, I guess he would start banking. Alright, taps out. GG.
Alright, not a bad day for NoRegreT. Wins 1 best of 3, loses a best of 5, gets $50 for his trouble. But now we have Neeb advance onto the finals, and ooh, this is going to be neat. Neeb versus Scarlet. Now, guys, I'm going to be sad to disappoint you here. We did say we initially wanted to make this a best of 7. We are going to just reduce it to a best of 5, because even with as quick as that 3-0 went, time's still a little bit tight for us here. So, best of 5 grand finals of Neeb versus Scarlet. There's a difference of $250 and $117 for first and second. So, see what we can do here. But last calls for the Matcherino page. Get them in while we can, guys. Make sure all the coupon codes are used up. And if you're willing to donate any of your own cash, well, hey, more power to you. But definitely make sure to use up the free coupon codes. KHC3 is the code. We're going to go to commercial break while they do their vetoes. It shouldn't take too long. We'll see you soon. Grand finals when we get back.